From about the mid-70s up until 2016, obviously I was walking the streets of mostly Midtown Manhattan. Of course, I also used to go to the San Gennaro Festival, and I also, most of my work was done between 50th and 57th Street, on Fifth Avenue, sometimes on Madison, and occasionally on Broadway, the theater district, and once in a while, at the Garment Center, but mostly around where I'm talking to you now. So can you imagine the perseverance I had to go out, not every day, but almost every day for, 85, 95, wow, like 40 years. And it's interesting, if you think about it, how much time I spent here. I mean, of course I did travel and I go to other areas, but how much time I spent here, the amount of photographs that I got that were very good, they're very little. I mean, don't forget, when you're working in the city, it's quite difficult. You have sun, you have shadow, you have people walking in front of you. It's very crowded, especially at the hours that I was photographing, during lunchtime and when people got out from work. It's much different than photographing at the beach, and it's much different than photographing in a war zone. In a war zone, of course you can get killed, but you can get killed here too. Someone can punch you in the head and, pull a gun on you or a knife. I never thought about that, otherwise I wouldn't be able to do what I do. But there's a lot of energy here. That's what's interesting. But there's a lot of speed, and that's what I show. That's why my pictures are dynamic. All right, so now we're going to walk over to 57th. We're on 57. We're going to 57th and 5th, where I took two of my favorite pictures during my travels in New York. Fortunately, still at 70, I just turned 77 3 days previously. I can still walk pretty fast, especially for my age. And I can still think pretty fast. And the reason I became a street photographer was I didn't really like to talk to anybody, because basically, believe it or not, I'm shy. And I was a pretty good athlete, and I was able to get in the frame what I wanted to get in the frame. Not everybody can do that. But the reason I photograph the way I do is because of the fact that that's who I am. The flag is still up there. It's not in this book, but we have a Xerox. See? You got the flag? That's what I was taking. And this lady, I used to see her, not often, but a few times in the street. And I didn't realize that. I think when I took the picture, I had no idea the flag was going to be in the shot. But the flag is a very good detail, and the small details are what make a picture good or can make it not so good. And in this, I call her, even though my pictures again are always on title, I call her Mrs. America, because she has that, look at that nice hairstyle. She must have just come from the beauty parlor. And you have the 3 buttons here, which adds, and then your eye goes right up to the flag. Okay, let's cross the street. This was, I call it Japanese Racketeers, even though I don't know if they're Racketeers or not. This is one of my favorite shots. It was not, from New York City. It's 1988 and 1989, and it was taken right on this street, 56th Street, between 56th and 57th and 5th Avenue. Look at the shine of the suits. You see, that's why I like flash. I can emphasize the things that are important to me. If you didn't have flash, which is, of course, is available light is any light that's available to you. It wouldn't be, to me, as good a shot. It has the drama. I mean, as the guy got his hands in his pocket, is he going to take out a gun? I mean, there's this feeling of you don't know what's going to happen next. It could be quite scary. But anyway, I like this picture. And you notice one guy is pretty much whole and the other guy's cropped, which makes the picture better because it's more forceful. They come out of the frame more. So if I had to back up more and I had both of them full body, I mean as far as width-wise, it wouldn't be as good a picture. wouldn't be as strong. But those are the choices you make when you take a picture. It's interesting because now I wouldn't be able to do the same photographs I did years ago because I don't find the people as interesting looking. Everything has become similar. It's more generic. Look at the stores. I mean, for me, it would have been great to photograph in the city when Lisette Model was photographing, when she had all the stores. She could look through the store windows at people's feet and legs walking, which is a quite interesting series. You can't do that now. Look at this. I mean, and the stores are uninteresting looking. This picture, I don't know, I think it was taken a little further up on Fifth Avenue, but I think it's one of my favorite pictures, and it's like the dog and the hot dog cart man are doing a dance. The dog is going this way, the hot dog man's going that way, and yet all the tension is in the center. That's one of my favorites on Fifth Avenue. Here we are. Now this picture was taken right in front of Cartier's. I call it Two Englishmen. I don't know if they're English, but you see they have their brollies. And of course, I included the lady to give a little more context, because they look like tourists. She looks like someone who lives here. And then we have the famous Julia Cartier. And also, let me tell you, I used to walk so fast down these streets, because the faster I walked down the streets in the allotted time that I was out, the more opportunity I felt to get pictures. People would say to me, why don't you just stand in one place? I could never stand in one place. I have too much energy. And I always enjoyed hoping to find, never knowing what's around the next corner. And that's the joy of street photography.